Alright, so if y'all are looking for a build that isn't a green one, that has armor on kill, that doesn't have memento when for armor on kill, this is kind of for you where you want to use an AR, you still want to do damage, you want to have good sustained damage, good DPS, whatever. This one you should give a go. Now ignore the prototypes. You can do this without prototypes. Blah blah blah. Yada yada. Okay. So yeah, you can use whatever skills you want. I recommend a revive hive. You could kind of use whatever here. But yeah, palisade. Palisade still works. Preferably, this is the item you want to find. Not exactly knee pads though. You can find any of the six, well, five because you're using Ninja Bike. You don't have to use Ninja Bike. That's the thing. So here I got a good piece because I was able to roll weapon damage because Steelworks, Palisade Steelworks always comes with a blue. Always comes with a blue. So if you're actually able to find one with crit chance, crit damage, you can roll weapon damage on here and you can get 10% armor on kill with all reds, which is really nice. That's what I wanted to find and that's what I got. Here I didn't exactly find the piece that I wanted, but I didn't exactly, go fishing for it. I kind of just ended up with this piece. Um, Ideally, you want to find a bellstone piece with, um, you know, crit damage, crit chance, so you can roll a weapon damage on here. And if you don't use Ninja Bike, that means that to get that extra 10% from Bellstone, you would have to sacrifice one of your other four pieces. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You're most likely sacrificing damage um, with this, armor on kill two-piece Bellstone, right? So you can find like ideally you would want two Bellstone pieces with crit damage, crit chance, to where you can roll uh, a red core on here to get weapon damage on two. So that would be another option. Okay. I went with Ninja Bike because it's just easier to just put it on there. You don't have to go fishing for, three uh, three specific pieces that have double crit on them, to where you can roll a red core on them. So yeah, because this one actually took me a while. I was actually specifically trying to find me a Palisade Steelworks piece with double crit for a while, and it took a while for this to drop, but it dropped. Okay, so they're out there. All right. So if you want one, you'll find it. Okay. Uh, these I just like the salvo. I like the equalizer. Okay. Uh, it's 20% AR damage that you're missing out on if you don't use this. So, I mean, pick what you want, but I think this is most ideal because you're using AR. UA is or yeah, unit alloys is just a good brand set to use for ARs. I do like, you know, having the Fenris as well. You get 10% AR damage, and then the Ninja Bike gives you reload speed as well. So you're getting, extra mag size and extra reload speed. So that's just more sustained damage, which is really nice on a AR. This St. Elmo's gives me 106 bullets in the mag. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know how to check. Like 105. Yeah, 106 with one in the chamber. So yeah, it's really nice to have, especially on an AR. you know, you have LMGs with like less than 100 bullets. I think in some cases the pestilence has 80 bullets. So yeah, don't quote me on it, but yeah, there is some LMGs that are like 100, 150. I think I've seen 80 one time on an LMG before. So yeah, this is definitely up there, which is really nice to have on an AR. Excuse me. Especially the St. Elmo's because you get shock rounds, and those shock rounds, you know, you get more of those shock rounds more often because you have a bigger mag, you can reload faster, blah blah blah. Super nice. I highly recommend it. This is my favorite gun in the game right now. It's like actually probably the best gun in the game right now. Well, PvE, I don't know. I don't play PvP that much, so I don't know how it does in PvP. I do know the capacitor, when done right, does well in PvP. Anyways, moving forward, LMG, I mean, you can kind of choose whatever secondary you want. You can use an SMG, you can use a shotgun, you can use an LMG, you can use a sniper, a rifle, whatever you want. I like LMGs a little bit because you can suppress the enemy if you want to switch to it real quick, and you run around them and then flank them and you kill them. Okay. Really good. I'll show the stats real quick. Let's see, 55 crit chance. That's good. 144.5 crit damage, 75 headshot damage. I actually don't know why it's just showing 75. Oh, it's because this is off. Okay. There we go. Okay. 55 crit chance, 144.5 crit damage, 204 headshot damage, and you know all the extra little things. That reload speed. 60% AR damage bonus. That's good. Then we have 420,000 armor on kill. So that's what? 3-4 kills your max armor, which is really nice. It's not even 5 upwards. It's 3 to 4 kills. You're at max armor again. So if you do get, you know, your armor cut, then, you know, 3 to 4 kills, you're right back up to being topped off. So super awesome. And with the 2-piece palisade, we're getting extra health, so that's really nice. We also have armor regen, 14k armor regen. Yeah, we're getting a 1-piece bellstone, so there's survivability there. And then all the watch things. Yeah, and all this stuff is not. Okay. But yeah, you can expertise it, you can whatever. You could also say, oh, you know, you got prototypes, you got expertise, you got optimized items, whatever. Just find these items, put them together if you know you want to. I actually highly recommend you do if you're tired of picking up trophies all the time with Momento. It's a good piece. I love the piece. Sometimes I just don't want to run over the enemy's body, you know? Sometimes I just want to kill them and sit where I'm at and get the benefit without going over there. So this build was the intention of that. This is what made that build. Yeah, so try it out. If you like more of this content, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh my gosh. Oh, Momento would be so much better, actually. I mean, this does, like, not make you go pick up the trophy, which is nice. Like, it's not dependent on you running over where you killed the enemy. So I do like that, because that means you can play more back. You don't have to be in their face to pick up the Momento trophy. But also, you're missing out on just randomly picking up the tags and getting that long-term buff. So really, is the long-term buff better?
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
Better than Ninja Bike? I mean, if I have to ask myself that question, that's half of what the Memento offers. So, yeah, it really actually probably is the better option. But, you know. Huh.
Hostile control point identified. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Dang, those shock rounds are just so good. They would have shot me more. I really don't like that. People are like, oh, you know, I can't believe this guy is trying, you know, a tier 10 with no prototypes. Like, what? You should have, like, the opposite, like, um, reaction to where, like, you're like, oh, heck yeah, dude, no way. This guy's really challenging himself. He's doing tier 10 with no protos. Like, good on him. But no, they gotta, oh, this guy. They gotta be like that. Like, what? Piss off. Piss off. Am I dead? Oh my gosh.
Medical assistance needed.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that extra mag size is nice, because that wouldn't have happened. Could have just came here and done one instead of two activities and then a control point.
Heavily armored hostile detected. Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Oh, no.
Serious trauma detected.
I was trying to not move at all. See, that's where I'm like, should I start using the Sawyer knee pads? You know? Like, maybe they're good.
Supply room access unlocked.
Because, I mean, they give you more damage from standing still. Is that it? You have to go up the rope. I think there's stairs back there as well, maybe. I think there is stairs. I don't know.